can make this man into a monster, and that's what it did, bruh. It made him into a monster, bruh.
Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times, just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right, because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no.
Although Katt Williams said hell no to Diddy's creepy party invites, word on the street is he might just be saying yes to taking the stand. According to sources and new intel, this court case is about to blow up and many celebrities could be called to testify. If that happens, things could get very interesting. Katt isn't one to hold back, and if he does show up in that courtroom, best believe he's not coming empty-handed. He's got stories and receipts. We all know Steve Harvey as the king of suits, loud laughs, and that unforgettable Miss Universe blunder. You only had one job, Steve, but according to Katt Williams, Steve ain't all that. In fact, Katt says the man isn't even funny and has been out here stealing jokes from real comedians like Bernie Mac. Once again, we're going off on speculations, and none of this has actually been proven.
The same Steve that went to go watch Mark Curry do his whole sitcom and then stole everything Mark Curry had.
And get this, Katt's not buying that whole "I was homeless living out of my car" sob story either. He straight up called Steve out, saying the rags to riches narrative is fake. I mean, is anything about this man's story real, or is it all just tailor-made like his suits? What is real is Steve's support for Diddy before all of this drama went down. Steve might be wrapped up in the same sketchy Hollywood circle that's got Diddy in the hot seat, because tell me why he removed a tweet from 2017 in which he praised Sean Diddy Combs, saying, "My brother Diddy is doing a world of good for these kids." Hold up, Steve. Are we really talking about the same dude who allegedly dated your daughter, Lori Harvey? Well, if he's doing all this for the kids, he's really out here working overtime. I mean, Diddy was 45 and Lori was only 22 when the dating rumors started flying in 2019. The two were spotted strolling through New York, all cozy, looking like they were practicing for a White House photo op. Now in Hollywood, the whole age gap thing isn't that shocking. It happens more than you think. But here's where it gets weird. Lori might have also dated Diddy's son Justin Combs before she moved on to his dad. You read that, right? It's like a whole twisted family tree, and not the cute kind. That's not messy. That's a whole soap opera.
Like full-blown stories I've heard. I've dated a father and son before.
Not true?
Absolutely not true.
Lori shut the rumors down, saying it's absolutely not true. But come on, where there's smoke, there's usually fire. Why was Lori hanging out with the two so much that the world thought they were dating? Let's not forget, Steve and Diddy go way back. We're talking pre-Lori, pre-rumors, back to the early 2000s. Their bromance has been industry gossip for years. Family vacations, events, parties, the Harveys and the Combs have been riding in the same circle. And it's looking a little too friendly now that everything's blowing up. Could Steve have known what was really going down at those infamous parties? It's giving Power Network gone wrong, and the internet's already side-eyeing Steve's silence. Like, sir, why are you suddenly quiet during this whole Diddy drama? Are you nervous or just hoping your name doesn't come up next? When Steve does decide to speak, he tells other celebrities to remain quiet and know their place.
You have to deal with the repercussions of the truth. We black out here. We can't come out here and do it any kind of way we want to. Listen to me. Your husband can't be the Sydney that he really is out here.
Let me tell you something.
That flexing, we gotta flex a different way. We out here in a game. This the money game. This ain't the black man's game. This ain't the white man's game. This the money game.
Allegedly, success in Hollywood might come with strings, and Steve might just be tangled up in them. Another person who recently got involved in the Diddy drama, Terrence Howard, also mentioned how badly Hollywood wants to break people's principles and how Diddy tried to do it with him. He alleged that Diddy tried to seduce him under the pretense of wanting acting lessons. According to Terrence, Diddy invited him multiple times, claiming he wanted to learn acting. But when Howard showed up, Diddy allegedly just sat there staring at him. Later, Diddy asked to hear Howard's music, but again didn't engage. Terrence's assistant reportedly told him, "I think he's trying to F-word you," which led him to cut ties with Diddy.
Hell yeah, I mean, Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to f you.
Sleeping with people for favors is pretty common in Hollywood, according to numerous rumors. But trying to change someone is a new level of low. Now let's not act brand new. Diddy is knee deep in lawsuits right now, including serious ones about trafficking and racketeering. Terrence's account is making headlines because, unlike others whispering in the back, he said it with his full chest. It's one thing when the rumors are floating, but it hits different when someone with real Hollywood stripes says, yeah, he tried me too. Suddenly this whole scandal isn't just smoke. But Terrence didn't stop at spilling the tea on Diddy. Oh no, he zoomed out and talked about how Hollywood loves to break people. He said young stars are pressured to give up their dignity and their manhood, according to Terrence, for a shot at the spotlight. And once they cross that line, there's no coming back.
When you give up those things, but when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it. That was all the people that went to the Puffy parties. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing.
Let's be honest, when it comes to rumors of trying to break people, a lot have been side-eyeing Diddy for years. From whispers about sketchy trips to Jamaica with YK Osiris, to unsettling stories involving big names like Usher and Justin Bieber. The allegations just keep stacking up against Diddy. Katt Williams shook the table hard during his interview. According to him, there's a system in place where certain doors only open for those willing to go along to get along. And if you don't, you're suddenly labeled difficult, or worse, blacklisted. He even shared a personal story about being offered a movie role by a major Hollywood producer, one that allegedly came with shady expectations. Katt wasn't having it and walked away, only to find out later that several other black actors had been cast instead. That's when it hit him. This wasn't just about talent. It was about control, and he refused to play that game. Another person who has been talking about Hollywood and Diddy is Jaguar Wright, the outspoken R&B singer known for her collaborations with The Roots and Black Alicious. She recently discussed the actor Brycia Gray, who was once a rising star known for his role as Hakeem Lyon on Empire. Everyone thought that he would become the next big thing in Hollywood, but suddenly he disappeared from the spotlight. Jaguar suggests that Gray's association with industry heavyweights like Diddy may have played a role in his career's decline. In various interviews and social media posts, she has urged Gray to come forward with his experiences.
Yeah, no, we gonna pray for Mr. Gray, man. If he needs prayer, I don't even know what's going on.
They're trying to sleep him out so he'll feel too embarrassed to file his lawsuit against Diddy for what Will and Diddy did to him. With Jaden and Justin present, that tape exists.
According to Jaguar, Brycia got introduced to Diddy through Will Smith. Talk about a connection, right? She's claiming that he was roped into some very questionable activities at Diddy's infamous parties or freak-offs in front of Jaden and Justin Bieber. Now, before anyone starts running with these allegations, let's pump the brakes a little. Jaguar's accusations are based on her personal experiences, and we're still waiting to see if any of this comes up in legal proceedings. So while it's a juicy story, we have to keep in mind that it's all still hearsay, but still, it raises an important point about how the entertainment industry works, especially when you throw power dynamics into the mix. So, what do you think? Is Hollywood really as nasty as it seems? Or is it all just a bunch of exaggerated gossip? Could Diddy really be behind all of this? I mean, with everything going on, it's hard not to wonder if there's more to the story than meets the eye. Let's not forget how intense Diddy's case is. We're not just talking about some light legal trouble. Diddy is facing charges of trafficking, racketeering, and even S-work related activities. That's a full-on criminal enterprise. And mind you, this is just a federal case. He still has almost 100 civil complaints waiting for him. The federal trial has officially kicked off in Manhattan, and the stakes are high. Now let's talk legal squad goals, or nightmares depending on how you see it. Diddy's rolled in deep with his lawyers, including Mark Agnifilo and his newest tag team partner, Xavier Donaldson, a black female New York-based attorney. It's giving Avengers Assemble, but with a lot more billable hours. Sis is lawyering up like his life depends on it, because spoiler alert, it does. Jury selection kicked off, and the scene outside the courthouse is pure circus. Reporters were literally paying folks to hold their place in line. I mean, rent's due, and people got creative. The courtroom itself, full to the brim, but this is not a televised trial. So for now, we're relying on sketches, sass, and updates like this one. You're welcome. That's something jurors would have to endure. Apparently, the prosecutors have tapes and images of Diddy that are very helpful to their case, which may include R-rated scenes. And get this, Michael B. Jordan and Mike Myers were somehow on the list of people connected to this case. Yes, Killmonger and Austin Powers. No one knows how they fit into this, but the internet is going crazy and theories are already flying. And of course, we can't talk about this trial without mentioning that video. Yes, the now infamous hotel security footage of Diddy allegedly attacking his ex-girlfriend Cassie. Several potential jurors have already admitted to seeing it, and it is admissible in court. So imagine sitting there saying, I'll be impartial, when you've already watched him allegedly go WWE in a hotel hallway. Sis, please. The jury's saying they can be fair, but let's be honest, that kind of footage sticks with you. And finally, the courtroom sketch. Because remember, no cameras. Let's just say Diddy is not looking good. Time and stress have done their thing, and that salt and pepper beard is giving more retired grandpa than Zaddy. He even had to ask the judge for a bathroom break because he was a little nervous. Why? If it was all consensual and just swinger stuff, why are you nervous? Anyway, if convicted, Diddy could be in prison for life. And listen, the streets and the internet are watching every single second. We'll just have to see what this trial brings, because it will soon become the only thing on the internet. If Katt Williams really gets up on that stand, he might just end the case immediately. And let's not forget, Katt turned down Diddy's $50 million not once, but 4 times. So clearly he's not afraid to speak up. With rumors swirling about Diddy's freak-offs, creepy industry parties, and his alleged interest in young stars like Brycia Gray and Terrence Howard's warnings, it's messy, powerful, and possibly sinister. Whether this trial blows the lid off Hollywood or just adds to the chaos, one thing's for sure: everyone will be watching. What do you think? Did Diddy do it? Leave your thoughts in the comments.